The truth of the Void Century and history of One Piece was just revealed in Shakespearean poems called the Harley and a toddler drawing from the Void Century. Everyone is breaking down the history of this with their own takes and different people putting on the tinfoil hat, so let's dive into what I think this means starting from the first world. The first two worlds are put on the right side of the mural. I don't think it's split right down the middle perfectly, but they do play off each other. I'll talk about the text, then dive into mural details that support the decryptions. Upon the earth, there was flame. People succumbed to desire as they seized the forbidden sun. The slaves wished and prayed. The sun god appeared. The earth god grew furious. Along with the hellflame serpent, it enveloped the world in death and darkness. Those men would be unable to meet again. In the first world, an ancient civilization used to farm energy from a forbidden land in the earth and upset the entity known as the earth god, who I think has Green Bull's ability, but on a much larger scale. It would make sense the Birkans fried through their resources, came to the Blue Star, and taught the people about the power of the flame, using that to create the Sky Island clouds and living their lives away while the people continued to mine and suffer the consequences. Once they took too much juice, the Earth God began enslaving them. But a hero appeared who didn't have Toon Force like our Joy Boy, but was a goofy and silly guy laughing and dancing while he freed the slaves. They were shut down by the Earth God, who then, as a final punishment, used his world snake to create the Red Line. Originally, I thought it was a demon snake using emu powers, but I think the Hellflame Serpent is the Xianglu, a 9-headed snake that brings floods and destruction. It's found within Chinese mythology. His lore is when he's told to bring a flood, he's proud to do so, which perfectly works in our case here for the first world. The covering the world in death and darkness is pretty ominous as well. Everyone got nuked and a factory reset happened on the planet. The word usage makes me think the Yami Yami no Mi was involved, but that's just a random thought. First world notes. I don't think devil fruits were a thing as common as they are today. Possibly just nature related ones that later in the second world they created more. There is an insane power source besides devil fruits that existed. We have this power of the flame and the ancient weapons. Upon the nothingness there was breath. The forest god sent forth devils. The sun only aggravated the fires of war. The people of the half moon saw a dream. The people of the moon saw a dream. People killed the sun and became gods. The sea god rampaged. Those men would be unable to meet again. In the second world, after the reset, people came back and cities started to grow again, which soon becomes the Great Kingdom. They are able to advance quickly with the help of Birkans and Skypeans, who weren't affected by the end of the first war, since they were in the sky. The creation of devil fruits begin by the forest god, who is a user much like the earth god. But now, anyone with a strong enough desire can wish one to existence. With this came the sun god fruit, and our first Joy Boy, the first pirate. He started waging war against the 20 kingdoms to take control of the world. With this, he uses the immortality ability from the OP no Mi, giving himself full god status. Who he used it with, I don't know, possibly Lily? Now with this power, he uses Uranus to start the first flood, which the Noah was originally made for to help tow everyone through it. The Grand Line was made, split the ocean into 4 sections. They used the name Sea God here for Emu or Uranus. I wouldn't be surprised if an ancient weapon is considered a god. Some extra thoughts on this portion. Pluton was created at this point to destroy the Red Line, but the flood hit and nobody had time to do it all. There wasn't much portrayal of Birkans in the mural, but the moon being there, I felt like was enough. We don't know the exact time they went down, but it was before the Void Century, so helping in Act 1 and surviving to Act 2 made sense. It is in the middle of the mural. If the Birkans came down to Earth, stayed, and got wiped by the darkness and death, would there be a Sky Island named Birka, named after their moon home base? Maybe Copium. The dragon at the top, I feel might be the forest god. A wild off theory, but there was nothing to go off of it in the text. It'd be cool considering Vegapunk tried to build a dragon and is all about devil fruits, so the creation of them coming from an earth dragon would be pretty rad. Upon the chaos, there was void. The inconvenienced lingering shadows remembered the day of promise. They listened to the voices of the half-broken moon. The sun god dances. He laughs. He leads towards world's end. The sun returns. A new morning arrives. Those men will surely be able to meet again. In the third world, the war is done and Emu is taken over. Everyone is in shambles, so they wiped the history to calm everyone down and gave it a cool name. Everything from then still lives on though. The dreams, goals, elephants, Emmets, all waiting for the day where another member of D becomes Joy Boy. Luffy reaches Gear 5 during his Kaido fight and Zunisha immediately has a PTSD flashback. This was the beginning of the end as the Great War was coming soon, which will have every race in One Piece fighting by Luffy's side. Once our Pirate King wins, a new chapter in the world will start, allowing peace with no propaganda or unknown control from a hidden figure. The Red Line and Grand Line will be destroyed, allowing full travel, and Grand Blue, and everyone's heard this part, the big party happens and the power of friendship wins. Notes on the third world. The left mural can be used for both wars. I think it signifies the third but applies to the second. There's a lack of Lunarians in the mural. I know a weird pick out, but there's one angel guy that could be one. They originated during the second world on the Red Line, so it would have been cool to have something for them here. I tried to connect everything best I could without too many people telling me to take my meds or it's time for bed. I went with Arthur's translation of the Harley, so thank you for releasing that for us. There's a lot on here you can take and put together, which has been fun trying to piece your own lore together of the world before the Void Century. Oda has been killing it with the back-to-back-to-back chapters, so please get rest after this one, GOAT. Thank you for watching and let me know what you guys think of the Birkan connections.